Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Joshua Cuthbertson Show. This is episode 91. And before I get into my special guest, I would like to say at the end of the episode, go check my sponsor sheet out. We have 7 wonderful sponsors sponsoring the Joshua Cuthbertson Show. They offer great services in so many ways. So at the end of the episode, check my sponsor sheet out. Now, for our special guest, he's graduated from Bern High School in 1998. He's been coaching. He's coaching the Phenomz. He's been refereeing everywhere from middle school, elementary, high school sports, football, basketball. You can catch him everywhere. I mean, everywhere. You catch him any game, striped shirt, whistle. You can catch him coaching. I mean, he's really everywhere with these kids. He's been doing an amazing job. My special guest for the day, Coach Alvin Williams. How you been doing? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to see you today, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want to ask before we get into everything else, how you and your family been doing ever since COVID done hit us? You know, COVID is still around and the virus is still here. So how you and your family doing?
Right, it's been pretty good, you know. No
Any of y'all been affected?
Nah, we stay masked up.
Yes, sir.
Still vaccinated, so
Yes, sir.
be very careful with what we do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So tell the world and tell me, how did you grow up? Because I need a little insight myself. I'm learning something new today.
Yeah, you know, I grew up around here. Grew up behind basketball. You know, I grew up watching my older brother play Chris Brown at Jones Senior. You know, that's what got me into it. So
It must have been some good games.
yes, you know, a lot of people don't know that Jones Senior had a real powerhouse. So,
Jones Senior was the powerhouse?
Yes. When I grew up, and the craziest thing is, like, my brother AAU team, all 13 out of the 15 played in the NBA. Rodney Rogers, and just deep. So,
God, they had one of them type teams.
right. So he got me in the love of it. So I played at Grover C 7th and 8th grade.
Okay.
Played at New Bern High. You know,
Okay.
with Antoine Scott, and you know, we had a pretty good class coming through at New Bern.
Oh, okay. So y'all in the same class. Okay.
Yeah, we were pretty good.
Okay, so where did it take you? Like, where did the game of basketball take you? Like, did it take you to college?
After high school, I played 2 years at Craven Community College.
See, now, I interviewed Mr. Mark Williams, Mr. Mark Best.
Right.
And he told me a little bit about how Craven used to have a basketball team. And now I'm coming across you, and you said you used to play for him. So how did that come about? Well, how did you get on the team?
Because I actually wanted to go to Lewisburg. So Coach Faithful approached me, and I said, well, I'm close to home, so I just stayed home at Craven. And my last year there, that was the last year of the basketball program due to Title IX. They needed more women's sports, but
So in your year of playing at Craven, your last year, that was the last year of basketball.
yeah, the last 2 years.
So how did those 2 years go for y'all? Before Craven?
It was pretty good, you know, a lot of competition. And like the crazy thing now is, you know, our big rival was Lenore Community College, right?
Okay, right up the road, yes, sir.
Right, so now my brother's the head coach at Lenore, right?
Stop it.
Yes. My brother also played at Craven. My oldest brother played at Craven.
So how many brothers you got? How many family?
4. Yeah.
4 brothers, no sisters?
No.
So
no.
4 brothers, and all y'all done play ball.
Yeah. But my oldest brother, he played at Craven 1 year, then he went to Pembroke, UNC Pembroke.
Okay.
And I felt like if he would have stayed 2 years at Craven, he probably would have went to ECU. Because Sasimo was his coach. And they were loaded, man. I went everywhere. I was loaded. With him, Pop Gatlin, and they were loaded.
So people from Craven Community College were actually getting a chance to show their talents and actually getting looks from Division I colleges?
Yes, I know. My brother's team were loaded. They were loaded. A lot of them had offers, but back then, if you didn't make a high enough on like the SAT, the option was boom. So junior college was around. To get around. Yes, sir. Craven was loaded with local talent.
Just all local talent that didn't have the SATs to get to them.
From New Bern, Havelock, West Craven, Jones Senior. Troy Pendleton even played at Craven. Yeah, so they had a pretty good program going, but basketball ain't the same like it was back when I was growing up. game changed.
A whole lot. A whole lot. So, how did you get into refereeing? Like, what was your influence? What made you pick up the whistle?
My father. My father asked me because he was like, "You want to make some money?" I'm like, "Yes, sir." He was like, "You should come and officiate." So I'm like, "Okay." My first year, it was a nerve-wracking. At the time, as an 18, 19-year-old, you just want to make some money. Okay. So, but once I started getting into it, the more I appreciate,
What you were doing?
what I was doing. So, and with him and then my officiating brothers, I had mentors that helped me. And like my cousin Alvin and Jeffrey Barber, they was very influenced to me. We talked about it, plays, and I just got better. I just clicked.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You just stay with it and
Right.
just float it around everywhere, man.
Yeah, because last spring I had the 2A state championship game at Carolina.
Like, they just call you and say, "Hey, we need you to officiate this game," or "Would you like to officiate this game?"
Most of the time they go off in the experience because this coming up season will be my 25th year officiating high school football.
25 years, man.
And I'm still considered young. I just turned 42.
That's a fact. So you've been there ever since a teenager.
I started when I was 16 with the youth football with the Pop One. I fell in love with it.
It's always good to find something you love to do.
Yeah.
So, was coaching the same love and passion as refereeing? Because you coach too.
Yeah, so the thing was, like Coach Harris, he coached us when we was in middle school and summer leagues and then Coach Campbell. And my cousin played with Coach Campbell, and I started following him. And then Ian Taylor gave me the opportunity. He was like, "You want to coach this 11th grade team?" I said, "Sure, just for one game." And then he asked me to come back. So, yeah. So Ian played a pretty much factor of me coaching. And then my father was coaching at Jones Senior for 20-some years. He was the head coach there for 5. Like my brother was coaching, and then Coach Al Hobbs,
Boy,
Yeah, so.
your family getting in everything.
Yeah, so.
And it seems like y'all got the all common same likes. Like basketball, refereeing, coaching. Like all y'all don't fell down the same line.
Yeah, officiating is cool. It's real cool, It's a lot of people, when a lot of people give up on the game, they just give up. But me, I've had to find a way to stay around the game. And officiating and coaching is a
way
passion.
to stay around.
Yeah, it's a passion.
Yes, sir.
And I love it.
Yes, sir. Now, let me ask you this.
Right.
Because I get on the referees still all the time in the games.
Right.
So I know as a referee, you hear coaches bark at you, or "You didn't make this call," or "Call the foul," or do that ever affect you, or how do you feel when coaches are really, on you or yelling at you for something?
See, as a ref, sometimes you block that out. But as a good ref, you'll go to a coach. If you stay in communication with a coach the whole game, coach won't bark at you. He won't. If a coach approach you the right way as a ref, and y'all have a good communication during that whole game, the game will go smooth. See, now, as a coach, I always tell my team, I say, "Listen, man, in the tournament we going to, you got to have that 5-on-8 mentality. You got to have a 5-on-8 mentality. So, as a coach / ref, I always tell my team, I say, "Listen, we got to be through it. If I'm not going to get a tech, you're not going to get a tech. If you get a tech, that's it. You got to learn how to play through it. Because you're not going to see me go off on a ref. I approach, hey, Mr. Ref, what did he do wrong, and go back."
Yes, sir.
But that's the biggest thing with a coach and a ref. If you know what you're talking about and you always keep in contact with the coach and communication, everything should go smooth. Now, you have some officials that you're just out there to get the money. But one thing you got to say, "Hey, coach, we got to protect our kids. We don't want nobody getting hurt." and I just leave it at that. So I never had a technical foul.
Never gave a technical foul.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah. Because some people cross that line.
That's a fact.
So,
yes, sir.
But majority of the time, I may have gave out 4 or 5. If you come to me with respect, I'll come to you with respect. That's officiating, coaching, and anything. So.
That's a fact. So what's next for Coach? Well, I don't coach, ref. I can call you a lot of things. I mean, a lot of great titles, man. You got under your resume. So what's next for you?
Yeah, I just had a football game last Saturday, the semi-pro first round. You know, we still got a few tournaments, basketball, and
Daggone right.
we got and I got my football classes coming up to get prepared for the upcoming season.
Y'all, this man stay home busy, man. This man stay on the go. Got tournaments coming up. He just got done with a semi-pro football game. He's still reffing, still coaching, still got the whole summer ahead of him with the Phenomz. Y'all stay in tune with this man, follow this man, keep in touch with him because he has a lot of positive things going on for the youth. And it's great to see our legends still giving back today to our kids. Now, one last question before I let you go.
Yeah.
Who you got in the final? It's 1-1.
That's hard to tell because Boston played defense, but Golden State play basketball the right way. They move the ball. So it's gonna be hard. I say
saying a nice offense versus a tough defense.
Like I said, defense win games, defense free throws win championships. So I got to say Boston.
Ooh. On that note, we gonna end the show, y'all. That's the end of the 91st episode with my man, Coach Alvin Williams. Again, follow him. He's an excellent ref, amazing coach, still coaching the Phenomz. They still on the road. Keep in touch with them. Love, peace. Out. Thank you, everyone, for watching the Joshua Cuthbertson Show. I appreciate your love and support. Continue to show your love and support by clicking the subscribe button below the video. Tune in to next week's episode of the Joshua Cuthbertson Show. Love, peace, we out.